Good morning and namaskar. I am Reverend Lawrence Wade, the guest minister for this program today on behalf of Reverend Dr. Reginald Howard. We want to say welcome to Truth and Transformation Ministries, where minds and hearts are changed. We want to give thanks for you for being here for this morning service, taking a little bit of time to just reflect and go within to this small, still voice within your heart to join us today, to find out more information that will guide you on your path toward a better today, which will lead and should lead to a better tomorrow. Our theme of the month is renunciation. Renunciation. And our luminary is Harriet Tubman. And the color is russet. If you're familiar with Harriet Tubman, you should know that she has went down in the sands of history as a great leader, a shero for the people of this nation, the Black nation. And Harriet Tubman released herself from the shackles of slavery and liberated thousands of enslaved Africans via the Underground Railroad in the 1800s. Truly, this was one of the most phenomenal movements that have ever been recorded in the sands of time. So we should remember our luminaries as this history helps us to grow and gives us the inspiration and the motivation to move forward in all of our endeavors. Again, this month is renunciation. And before we go into the aspect of the message, the transformative message, let's please close and center ourselves and go within so that we can uh, institute and elevate the small voice within in our prayer and our meditation. So if you are able, if you would just close your eyes for a few moments as we talk to the God voice and the God center of our divine nature, as we look for the answers within ourselves that will guide and direct our paths as we commence our meditation. We give thanks for this precious moment in time. We give thanks for all the good there is in spite of what is perceived pandemic, in spite of what is perceived trouble and chaos in this dispensation. We give thanks for every good and perfect gifts. We give thanks for our families and for loved ones and for all those in our sphere of influence and those who are influencing us and helping us and guiding us through this time. We know that there's nothing by accident and by the divine law of cause and effect that we are divinely ordained to do our missions, journey, and purpose while we are here engaged on this path. So we give thanks for every good and perfect gift. We give thanks for this ministry, and we give thanks for all those who have helped and aided the path of not only this ministry, but who have engaged in truth wherever they are and with whatever aspect of thought and divinity that they walk in, that they will continue to be a light into their path. And we give thanks for every good and perfect gift as we affirm together. Thank you, God, which is the divine intelligence within me as me. Thank you, God, in me as me. And we declare it, amen. And so it is. Now, as we come out of this divine meditation, and after this affirmation for who and what we are, we must begin to share the news of who, the aspect of all the things that we are to be and to become, and this mission to share truth around this globe. So please make sure you share the message of truth from Truth and Transformation Ministry with YouTube, also with Facebook, and please like and share with others the transformative message via these various mediums. Also, you can reach out to the Reverend Dr. Reginald Howard with his contact of 404-274-4300. 404-274-4300. And you can also receive spiritual counseling as he is a PhD in spiritual, has a PhD in spiritual counseling to help you and guide you in both the academic and the spiritual world for whatever questions you may have. So let's go into our message again, renunciation. And as we always do, we must define certain things that in order to set the basis for what we're talking about today. Renunciation, a quick definition, is a letting go of old thoughts in order that new thoughts may find place in consciousness. A healthy state of mind is attained when the thinker willingly lets go of the old thoughts and takes on the new thoughts. Now we know that there's only two things in the universal divine order, which Reverend Dr. Reginald has always talked about, and what most sages and truth seekers have always elucidated is that there are only aspects of energy is mind and thought. We know that there's the universal mind, which has created the reality for which we are participating in. There's the scriptures that say that ye are God's children of the Most High God. Why? Because God, the concept of God, cannot produce nothing but another God. So when we say that God is all there is, that means everything in the awareness, everything in the perception is God. So you could take that to the smallest aspect of the atom and the nuclei and the proton and the neuron and the electrons, things that you can see with the regular naked eye, and move it into a place of essence of the tallest skyscraper or the tallest pyramid on the heavens and the plains of this earth and this dispensation. There is all there is the divine essence of what is known as the terminology of God. We like to say infinite awareness. And in so many languages and religious persuasions, some people say Allah, all in all. Some people say Jesus, Jehovah. Some people say Islam, ourself, Lord and Master. It all means the same, all in all. So the aspect of who and what we are always representing or representing or evolving or showing off the divine matrix that is creating the reality. So renunciation, how does this fit into with this month's theme? Renunciation and letting go of old things. The whole aspect that is we're going to move into what is known as number one. It's okay to have a change of heart, which is a change of mind. Now we know that the scriptures, the settings, the sacred writings, and all of these various books describe aspects of you. It's all about you. You and I are the play in the drama with different experiences that we go through, known as the life cycle. So, what does it mean to have a change of heart, a change of mind? The change of heart and the change of mind comes in the aspect that you are always changing. Every week, you have a whole bunch of new cells in your body. Every week, your kidney is made anew. Be ye renewed. Every week, you have a new brain cells that are being generated, new neurons. So, in the aspect of that which is going within, so should you express without. As you grow and mature and learn knowledge and internalize that which is supposed to be for your better good, you're supposed to show a change in your interaction, in your mindset, in your ability to process and critically think and discern the things of this life that will affect you as you move through the dispensation. So it says, in all thy getting, get understanding. And wisdom and understandings are brothers and sisters, basically. You have to get wisdom, but in order to implement and know the wisdom, you have to have understanding. So to know a thing, you must understand a thing. You must know and have knowledge. Information is not knowledge. Information is just information. It could be correct or incorrect information. But knowledge is to know, which is based on truth. And if you know the truth will what? Set you free. So that's one of the whole aspects in regards that it's okay to have a change of heart. A change of mind. When you change your mind, you affect the upper and the lower. And there's a critical saying that says, as above, so below. So what does that mean? To dig deep right into the occult science of that, and occult only means the secret hint and deep meaning. Is the as above is your mindset, your head, your thinking, your aspect of delivering that which is makes all of this be. So as above in your mind and your thinking, it shows itself out through the aspect of your body. So with all that getting understanding, you want to trust in the Lord. The Lord is the law, not a person. Is the law. What law? The divine law. So here you are, you're trusting your mindset, you're trusting the aspect of who and what you are that created you to bring upon a new change, a new aspect of divinity. So since we're transitioning through this experience, you're going to have things that come at you that are either good or bad, good information or wrong information. And the good information you can utilize for your evolution and for your ascension. Bad information tears you down. And this is like what we internalize in our mind. The things we internalize in our mind, when it's not good for us, it expresses. How does it express itself? With confusion, anxiety, diabetes, heartbreak, heartburn. Some of us have experienced external trauma and mental confusion, internal trauma. All of these things, as above, so below, is the aspect of what is going on in the mind. You know, at Truth and Transformation Ministries and many of the religious spiritual practices, is all about the aspect of what we call mind science. And this mind science explains any and everything that we go through as individual divine beings. So anxiety, worry, depression, loneliness, fear create corresponding ailments in the body, which manifests as tumors, congestion, irregular heart rate, irregular blood pressure, stroke, and heart disease. So when we're experiencing these things, we have to go within to find out how to cure and heal ourselves of these ailments. Because there's nothing that happens from the outside that doesn't occur from what affects our thinking on the inside. That's why when you go to the medical practice and the practitioner, the holistic doctor, the first thing they do, they say, well, let me check you out. Let me do a patient assessment. They may start with a questionnaire, but then they go check in with a stethoscope, the heart rate, the chest, listening to the air and the lungs and the heart. Then they may look at your eyes, the iris. There's a practice called iridology because the eyes are the windows to the consciousness and the soul. Then they may look at your knees and do the little procedure where they pop your knee to see if you got good reflexes. And depending on what you ask and say and share, they're going to look at you because you are the center of your universe to find out if they can help extrapolate those things, which would be for your better good. So this is why we say, as above, so below. As a man or woman thinketh, so is he or she. These are universal principles that govern the laws of the universe, and you are the universe, quiet as it's kept. You must understand that it's all about you. And the big picture is to control you, mind control. That's why we talk about mind science, because self-mastery is the key. Let's go to number 2 in regards to renunciation. How does renunciation affect us? It is imperative in order to go through this dispensation that you release destructive thoughts. And thoughts, when we talk about destructive thoughts, we're talking about the memories. Because you and I are functioning on the memories in our conscious, our subconscious, and what is created in the superconscious. Those are the states of reality that you can control and move towards self-mastery. So memories, if you have looked at the recent science literature, the scientists have confirmed that you and I, our soul, our consciousness, and subconscious may leave this temporal physical structure that we're in, but the memories don't die. Isn't that something? There's an article in Science that says that memories live on. So what does that mean? That means that you and I may travel to a whole nother experience, but the memories in this dispensation never die. So that's a lot of meaning that goes into that. Oh, that means you could tap into that which is way back thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions of years ago when first man and woman were here on the plains of Al-Kubalon, also known as Africa. The first man and woman when the leakies let it leak out. Those are the aspects of memories never die, and they have proven that with science. So if we are holding on to traumatic memories that we don't know how to process, if we don't know how to deal and wrap those memories into an aspect where we can use it for our benefit instead of holding on to them where they wear us down and manifest into dis-ease and discomfort, then we can have a traumatic life experience that we call living in hell. You don't have to wait to die in the sweet by and by to go to a dispensation known as hell. You can live in hell right now. Many people have a hellish experience. They're having a hellified relationship with spouses, having a hellified relationship with the job, having a hellified relationship with that is what is perceived as money or the transfer of cash flow, having a hellified experience with the IRS or the government, having a hellified experience with their health. Some people will say, I would trade anything to have good health. If you're not in perfect harmony and peace, then you're living a hellified experience. And that hellified experience can be controlled and dealt with and brought in under self-mastery for your mindset. So you must start moving toward becoming still and reading the good literature that will help bring you toward all the help that you need in regards to finding those things that will be for your better good. If you ask, it shall be what? Given unto you. But you have to ask. And who you asking? You have to ask yourself first because you are the center of your universe. You are that child of God that was produced by the universal mind because the universal mind can produce nothing else but another microcosmic universal mind. So if everything that we are and have is here for us to utilize, then where are we going? We're going toward each other because you're going toward those things and persons that are going to help you move to the next level. Because you, whatever you set your mind on, the universe has to say, well, yes. And the universe creates it because you are the creator. There's nothing outside of you that's creating your reality. Yes, we've had traumatic experiences. We've had incidences, quote, what you call mistakes, which is just the law unaware. Things that you've gone through that you didn't quite know what to do and how to handle it. But now that you know how to go within and that you are creating the reality that you exist in, all the things that you focus on will be drawn unto you. There's universal principles and scriptures that affirm that reality. So thoughts are things that occupy space. And when you understand that your thoughts are producing the things that come into your reality, then you have to what? You have to realize you got to start guarding those thoughts. You got to be careful what you think and what you meditate on because it will come to pass. Because you are a magnet. We are an electromagnetic organism and that we're vibrating. We're vibrating on certain planes of awareness and existence. And when you vibrate high, as you know, the scientists have looked at dis-ease and have understood that certain disease are wiped away at higher vibrations. So when you look at the work of Edison and others, you understand that a tuning fork, like tunes a piano, you could tune your body and you could vibrate at a certain level where the common cold can't get you down. Why? Because your immune system has been built up and uplifted to a certain frequency that you can't get sick. Your vibrations have uplifted to a certain frequency that you're able to move through the experience, where you're able to think critically and see through the lie for the truth. That's when we say you elevate your divine body. You're an ethereal astral body in a human carcass, still trying to activate your divine powers. So when you activate your divine powers, you become like God, which is your inherent power. What it say? There will be many who will do more things than I will do. Greater things than I will what? You do. So that's just the example that was written down for you to move the mountain. The mountain is just the circumstances, the perceived blockage in your path to where you're trying to go. And if you say mountain be moved, it what? It has to go. It either has to go or you will be destroyed. And if you understand the laws of divine mind, you can't help but win because you are a winner. There's no failure. There's only success in God, because God is what all there is. So that's mind science. So it's imperative to release destructive thoughts. Stop saying I can't, and stop saying it's impossible. Start saying I'm possible. I'm possible. And whatever I have the possibility of doing, I can create. Can you imagine the first thought of flying? When people came to the various companies and said, look, I think I know how man can fly. How many people said it was impossible? Now look at you getting on these various airlines, flying from here to London, flying from here to Cairo, Egypt, to Nubia and Sudan and Ghana in less than 12 and 14 hours. Look at you flying over all the great bodies of water that the universe created. And because of a thought that created that reality. Some of you have bills that you're trying to deal with. You mean to tell me that the universe can't provide for you a thought to produce cash flow in which you are happy in what you're doing and that you're serving your purpose and serving man? The universe does not give us anything that we cannot bear. The universe answers all of our questions by saying yes. You say, I want wealth and I want to be independently wealthy. The universe says yes. And when it says yes, you may have to go to that seminar. You may have to go to that webinar. You may have to go to that school, that course. You may have to do a few things. You may have to go to the Chamber of Commerce and meet some people, because you have to activate the knowledge that you receive. But once you start moving in action, the universe continues to come behind you, support you, so that your goals and your dreams come true. And it's like Aladdin's lamp. When you rub Aladdin's lamp, and that lamp is what? All the ideals and ideals in your mind, dreams come true. So that's what we're talking about today. Renounce the things that are not for your good and affirm all the good there is that is making you a better person. Number 3, the 10 steps to let go of mental baggage. You say, well, what is all the mental baggage that I have? It's really very simple. And we all do this. All of us go through this process of awareness where we start dealing with ourselves and talking to ourselves. Because before you even talk out loud, you're thinking. Those are your thoughts. Your mind, the subconscious, is already programmed to think, to articulate externally what already occurs internally. So, how can we correct the self sabotage so that we can move from self sabotage to self mastery? Number 1, let go of guilt. Forgive yourself. Stop saying if only and what if, and start saying I will, I declare, I do, I am, I shall be. Start putting in the affirmative those things that will remove the negative. Stop saying if only and what if, and start saying I will. And stop saying but. I will, but. Say I am doing. I am in the process of making a reality, and this dream or this affirmation come forward. Stop sabotaging yourself. Number 2, let go of regret. Life is a series of lessons. So yes, you wish you would have invested in that startup 10 years ago, but there's going to be many more startups. So yes, you wish you would have probably taken that course to become the engineer you wanted to become. Well, now you don't even have to go to the school. You could take it online. You could go ahead and do the things that you need to do and just start moving out all those things in the way that you created. Oh, I don't have enough time. Well, it's only 24 hours in a day. So I may need to take out some of the other time and replace it with some of that time I could study. I may not have enough money. Oh, yeah, I could find the money. I may need to get a part-time. I may need to get an online side hustle. Whatever I need to do, I could do when I bring it to fruition. So stop letting go of regret. Life is a series of lessons. And just because you woulda, coulda, shoulda, you still can and will do. So replace the negative with the affirmative. Also, let go of shame. This is a big one. Shame. Oh man, I hate that I fail. in front of all those people. That's a shameful situation. Oh, I hate that I didn't know the answer and I feel less intelligent. Let go of the shame. We all make mistakes, which is just the law unrecognized. If you understood what the law was with it, and when I say the law, the spiritual law, the divine law, you can recognize the formula that goes with bringing to fruition what you want. So it's just shame is just being a feeling of not being able to be within the guidelines of the law that brings things into existence. So you feel shame because you think you're unsuccessful. You feel shame because you don't think you have that right relationship. If you understood the formula for getting yourself in order to have the right relationship, you wouldn't feel shame. So if you release the shame because you start doing the affirmations and the things that bring on the good, then the shame lessens. Look, life is full of lessons and life is cycles, just like anything. The stock market is a cycle. Real estate is a cycle. The relationship, the good relationship is a cycle. All kind of aspects and attributes of communication and knowing when to talk and when not to talk, when to listen and when to listen, how to agree, how to disagree respectfully and professionally. All of these things are the life cycle. So there's nothing to be ashamed of. It's just lessons learned. And as you learn the lessons of the law, and when I say the law, I'm talking about the divine law, the formula reveals itself. Let me give you one more prime example. You know, we always say that gravity is a law. Well, gravity is a law in its proper context. Here on the earth plane, gravity is very pronounced. Gravity is very pronounced on this earth plane. But when you go out of this atmosphere, then gravity takes on a whole new meaning. So you have to understand the context, the environment in which you deal in, so that you can have proper interaction with all there is that you come in contact with. Now, I just said a lot, but digest it so that you can understand how that helps you with the renunciation and letting go of the mental baggage. Then let go of other people's expectations. Ooh, that's a big one. Let go of others people's expectations. How many times have we said, "Oh, he gonna be a doctor," and then they don't go into medical school? How many times they say, "Oh, that person gonna be a preacher, or a minister, or some type of guru that help lead a lot of people," and then they go and be something else? How many times have you been living trying to live up to somebody else's reality? You must understand that the first aspect of divine mind and law is that you are creating your own experience and that you are creating your own reality. And that most of the time, you're not just going to do one thing or be one thing. Matter of fact, you are a multiplicity of experiences coming forth with a multiplicity of aspects to share on this dispensation in earth plane. In other words, not only are you a good mother or father, you may be a good provider, you may be a good musician, you may be a good mathematician that's going to lead a lot of students into the aspects of mathematics that are going to solve a lot of quantifiable questions. You may be a good airline pilot that save a lot of people because of your knowledge and experience. So it's not just trying to be what somebody else's reality is. It's going into your divine matrix and understanding all that you have to contribute and taking that what one step at a time. And the universe is full of opportunities because you are a multivariate being. You're not just a one single unisex being. You are multivariate in your perspective and aspect. So look at who and what you are and understand that I am more than that and then some. I'm not just Lawrence Wade. I'm not just Reverend Dr. Reginald Howard. I am a being, a multivariate being who's here to express the divinity of the aspect of the universal divine order. So create your own experience and realize there's many experiences. As we always say, there are many opportunities. You just got to change your outlook. You look at the vacant field and you say, "Ooh, look at that nasty vacant field." But somebody else come around and say, "Ooh, I see an apartment. complex. Or I see 4 or 5 homes. I see a community in the vacant field. Uh-oh. Going back to that universal principle. As a man thinketh, so is he. So if you think it dirty, wretched, and low life, and low experience, that's what's going to express. But when you're thinking about the good and pearls and beauty, I see the vacant field as, oh, a nice community, safe, sound, healthy, robust, vibrant, with vibrant minds and people helping and loving each other. Oh, you say it's utopia. I say it's just the universe creating itself. So let go of other people's expectations and create your own experience. Oh, let go of your inner critic. Don't let your own thinking become an enemy. Oh, I can't do it. I tried. I failed. Oh, they not gonna like that. Ooh, now the big thing is if I say that, I may get canceled. The cancel culture. Oh, if I say that, they're not gonna like that. The news media gonna come after me. Oh, I may get banned off of YouTube. I may get banned off of Facebook. Listen, your own inner critic, you never get started because you already stopped yourself. How many times have you done that? How many times have we shortchanged ourselves? And then somebody else come, you say, oh, I had that idea myself. Now somebody else is moving at a terrific speed, causing great change in not only their lives, but the lives of the universe. And you sit by seething, then let a little emotion of jealousy take hold because you didn't move on what the God gifts of the ideas and ideals that came your way. Those are the pearls. Those are the pearls, the ideas and the ideals that come to you each and every day so that you can make a better life. You came here equipped with everything that you need. You just got to listen and be in tune to what is coming through your divine mind and express it. Take your time, move diligently and expeditiously, but don't be anxious. It says, be anxious for nothing, but move with purpose and intention and you will get what you want because the universe has to say yes because you are the God and the goddess. What it says, haven't I told you that you are gods? Children of the Most High God. Don't let your inner thinking become an enemy to you. Let go of bad food choices for you. Oh, now I'm not going to dwell on this too long, but GMO, irradiation, and all of these things that are going on that just put out before you that you don't do no type of research on, you ingest it in your body temple. You remember it says, I have given you every herb, the oils and seed for your food and your medicine. Uh-oh. Watch out, COVID. Watch out, vaccines. Watch out, every herb and seed and oil, let it be for your medicine. So here we are taking in these things, synthetic, the artificial, the unreal, that's going to try to make us be whole. And we wonder why our DNA and RNA is being affected and how we coming out. We can't think, we can't process, and we got all kind of things going on. We're not utilizing the laws of God. If my people that are called by my name would turn from their what? Wicked ways. Wicked only means that which is untrue, that which does not serve your highest good, which turn back from their wicked ways and go back into the natural divine order which was laid in the sands of time. I will heal them and heal their land. Land means body. Your body, I will heal your mind and your body. Outwardly, I will heal where you dwell. And I will give you the keys to the kingdom. You'll have paradise in your mind first. You can't have paradise outside of your mind until you have it in your mind first. So you can put it outside externally. Because as within, as without, as above, as below. It goes twain, yin and yang. Oh, yes, that's talking about the divine mind expressing itself in everything that you are. So be careful what you intake materially, because you got to be careful what you take in mentally too. But it also serves the purpose of taking in internally. All right, let go of a heavy heart. Oh, heart means here your consciousness. Some of us are just grieving. We're grieving over heartbreak. We're grieving over all kind of traumatic experiences. Oh, he left me, and he left you 50 years ago, and you still grieving over him leaving you. She did me wrong, and you still grieving over she did you wrong. And you done met all kind of nice people in your experience, but you can't have a good time and enjoy yourself and have good company and good friendship because you're still grieving over the one that left you 20, 30, 10, some of you last month, and you're having a hard time. Look, this earth has 7 billion people on this planet, at least 7 billion people, and you can't find a friend nowhere. You got to be kidding me. That means you don't believe in yourself and you don't love yourself because you've been programmed to think that you are all there is in regards to the fact of loneliness. You could conquer loneliness. You could always find a friend. You can always find an acquaintance, but you have to have your mindset looking for that to be able to internalize that which you need. And once you get yourself right to have good friendship, you'll always have good friendship and good relationship. That's how it works. As within, so without. So let go, release the anger, release the traumatic experience of losing that position, that shift, that job. Some of us stay on the job when we need to go. You've done all you can do at that place. You learned all you can learn. It's time to move on. So then it ends up you being fired. The universe fires you because you said, I want better. And the universe said, okay, you got all you need here. I've already prepared you for your next experience, for your next company, for your next position. And you still hanging on. So I had the universe create. You did. You created a reality that let you go so you could go to the next step. So let go. Stop worrying and let go of it. Let go of stress, worry, anxious moments. All of this creates those things in your mind, in your body, temple that causes all kind of stress and distress. Stress is one of the number one killers in the medical arena in regards to yourself. Strokes, heart attacks, high blood pressure because of stress. Let go of it. Be anxious for nothing, the universal principle. Let go of past relationships that didn't work. This is a big one again. It's all about relationships. We're hanging on to those things. And relationship could be the job, as we elucidated earlier. But most of the relationships that we have created are toxic because we have been toxic and we have let darkness come into the light, and it has creeped in and slowly decimated our light. So many of the dreams that we have been extinguished, and because others have come in with their darkness and their mental baggage, it has decimated our mental baggage, and our light has slowly diminished. So that has caused great travesty in our lives and in the lives that we have affected. So we must begin to reconstruct that and renounce those things that do not work for us. And let go of fear today. Fear. Many people say, well, man, what do you mean? What is fear? Fear is false evidence appearing real. Also, fear can be forget everything and run. I heard somebody say, forget everything and run. Now, what do they mean? You may say that's funny, but forget everything and run could mean move away now and start a new awareness, a new experience. Also, another thing about fear is face everything and rise. I really love that. Face everything and rise. Get understanding for what you're dealing with today and move up, elevate, ascend and conquer those things. Move past those things as you create your new reality. So, in this part of the aspect of renunciation, it is essential that we learn to let go of thoughts, conditions, and substances in consciousness, body, and affairs. When they have served their purpose and one no longer needs them, that is what we have to do. We have to replace those old ideas with new ideas. It tells us the spiritual aspect says, for God has not given us a spirit of fear, but a power and a love and of a sound mind. When you face your fears, you merge with the supermind and become superhuman. That's what this is all about. Going beyond and above and ascending to a new reality. When you face your fears, you merge with the supermind, the superconscious, and you become superhuman. And when people look at you and observe you, they say, oh my goodness, this is not the same Lawrence Wade I knew yesterday. This is not the same person I knew back 10 years ago. This is a new being, a new beginning. Our affirmation for this message is I'll release anything and everything that no longer serves my unfolding good. I'll release anything and everything that no longer serves my unfolding good. You have been blessed and transformed. I have been blessed and transformed by this message because I'm talking to me too. As we move into a new awareness, renounce that which is not good. Renounce all that which has no service of you to ascend to the next level as you discern and go about this duty of being the best that you can be. So we ask too that you make sure that you help the ministry. If you wish to donate, we're asking for the Sacred Sunday service that will be happening occurring next Sunday, Sacred Savings Fund Drive. That if you are willing and able in your mind to give $185, we would ask that you participate and contribute accordingly. But whatever you are able to give, your intentions, you give as you see fit and are blessed. But we just want you to be a cheerful giver. Give from your heart, which means your consciousness, that which you feel good about, that which you are feeling relaxed about and in tune about giving to continue this work. The Sacred Savings Fund Drive, which will occur, the Sacred Service Sunday will be next Sunday. Also, please remember to like and share this ministry on YouTube and Facebook. Please go to the YouTube channel and please like and share accordingly and review the channels and the messages via the channels so that you can be blessed and take in and internalize to continue your evolution and growth. Also, we ask that you contribute and participate and send your donations, paypal.me/transform7. You can also cash out at the $ transformation 1971 to Truth and Transformation Ministries. So we affirm to you today all the good there is through this ministry and Reverend Dr. Reginald Howard, and he's continued this work. Also send love and vibrations to him and his family as he moves through the divine experience and this mission of giving back to you and giving to you. He also offers spiritual counseling services. Remember the number is 404-274-4300. And for you today, we affirm all the good there is as you move through this experience. And we know that all is well. And we give the greetings of Ashe and divine love to you. Again, thank you. Ashe, I am Reverend Lawrence Wade. Thank you.